Blackpool Honda dealership. Just come on the Facebook Live because we've got Honda here to show you the brand new HRV hybrid. Very nice.
Hi everybody, I am going to be speaking to the people in the dealership here because we are using this as a training run as well, but it's my absolute pleasure, my name is Jamie, to be here to show you around the all new Honda HRV. It's a fantastic car, it's been a while coming, but it's here at last. And if you get yourselves down here later on today, I'll still be doing some more personal walk rounds and you can actually get up close and actually smell the quality of the car if you want. So new HRV, as I said, it comes in 3 different models. There's the Elegance, there's the Advance, which is this particular car, and then there's the Advanced Style. Now what we've done is we've actually made a very sort of democratic car. Pretty much every model in the range has the same spec. There's a few tweaks that I can point out to you. The main difference that you'd see between this and the top of the range, for example, is the top of the range has a 2-tone roof with roof bars. That's a very easy way to see which one's the top of the range, but everything else on the car is pretty much standard. So starting off at the front here, we have this fantastic body-coloured grille. Okay, now this gives the car sort of a bigger, more athletic sort of presence. For a compact SUV, that's really important. Gives it a sort of nice premium touch as well. Now, if the body-coloured grille is not your thing, you can actually have a conversation with the lovely people here at Blackpool Honda, and they will actually walk you through some of the options where you can have like a black grille. You can even personalise the garnishes around the fog lights should you wish, and down the skirts, and also there's some options on the inside as well. Now, talking about the grille, what's behind the grille is our fantastic Honda Ehev system. It's basically, this is a hybrid electric vehicle, that's the HEV. We have a 1.5 petrol engine, and we also have 2 motors, 2 electric motors. One of them is a drive motor, and the other one is a generator. But they combine to give you not only fantastic MPGs, fantastic economy, it's a very efficient car, but also a really good drive feel as well. One of the things that we do very well at Honda is make hybrid vehicles. We've been doing it for over 20 years now, and so what we wanted to do is not sacrifice that enjoyable sort of sense of the drive at the altar of efficiency and lower emissions. So you get the best of both worlds. Low emissions, great MPGs, but also a car that's really, really cool to drive. Okay, so that's the bits behind there. We also have, for the first time on the HRV, the full Honda Sensing suite of safety technologies. Now, Honda Sensing basically means you've got a camera here, I call it the all-seeing eye. This is basically detecting pedestrians, cyclists, other vehicles, those sorts of things, lines on the road, your speed signs, all of those sorts of things that you need for information for the car to keep you and other road users really safe while you're driving around. And also for the first time on an HRV, we have, sorry, I've put the key in my back pocket for safekeeping, just bear with me. We have the blind spot monitor. Now you can tell that the car has the blind spot monitor, basically because it has this little icon, if you want to come in close here. You see this little icon here? And basically what that does is when somebody is in your blind spot, that lights up orange. So when you're multi-lane driving, if you're on the M55 or on the M6 and you're going at high speed, if somebody's drifted into your blind spot, what happens is that will actually light up and let you know. Okay? So really cool. What you also get with that is cross-traffic monitor. So the radars here that sense people in your blind spot, what they also do is they can sense cars either side of you. When you're parked nose in, for example, at the supermarket, you have to have the back of the car open so you can get all your groceries in. This will basically tell you when you're reversing out if cars are approaching. So when there's a big panel van parked next to you, it's quite nerve-wracking when you're reversing out of a car parking space. This takes away all that stress and strain, makes it much safer, much easier for you to reverse out of that space. Now, another couple of things that we've done. We've made the car, basically, it's a less cluttered windscreen. We've dropped the wipers below the dash line, so you don't have those in the way when you're looking out. So it's a much more unencumbered view out the front. But also on the top 2 models in the range, there are heater elements underneath each of the wiper blades. So in the winter, we're in the north of England, of course, so we do get some quite chilly winters. When you're de-icing the car, what you can do when you put the demisters on and the blowers on inside, there's also a button that can actually heat up the glass underneath your wiper blades. Because we often forget to de-ice those, and you end up shredding them when it's still stuck to the glass when you turn the wipers on. We also have, that element also goes up the A-pillar as well. So when you sweep a lot of ice and slush over here, it will actually melt that and let it drop away. So you're not creating a big blind spot in front of you, which is really cool. Okay, so that's those things there. I've talked about the sensing equipment in there. If you do want to find out a little bit more about some of the safety options, please come along. The team here are fully trained on all our Honda sensing bits and pieces, and they'll be able to walk you through all of those. But it's one of the safest cars on the road today, and you get that as standard across the range. So, moving down the side of the car, another thing that's very democratic about the car is all three models come with 18-inch wheels. These are the wheels that you get. Now, if you don't particularly like that design, there are 3 other designs that you could have as well, but they're still 18-inch wheels. The reason for that is this car is most efficient with that size wheel in terms of its MPGs and its emissions. Also, if I open this door here, where are we? Let's just do this. All the glass is tinted all the way around as standard. Now that's not privacy glass, but if you, I'll lift my shirt so you can see the white here, it's actually sort of a greeny yellow there. That tint is all the way around. It takes a lot of the dazzle out of the wonderful sunshine you get on such a day as this up in Blackpool. So that's fantastic. But we've also made it more democratic in terms of if you do actually want to have the privacy glass, you can have it on any of the models. It used to be only the top of the range that would be available or would actually come on. But now you can have it on any of the models as well, if that's your thing. Now, could I invite you to come and take a look? What I'll do is I'll go around the other side and you'll be able to see me through the door. Now, for those of you who have already had the HRV, we've kept the magic seats, which are a fantastic innovation that we are very proud of at Honda. Basically, lift the seats up, fold the leg down, and you've got tons of storage space in here. Absolutely brilliant. So anybody that's new to Honda who's never had these before, this is a bit of a revelation. We also have, for the first time on the HRV, twin air vents in the back here for passenger comfort, so to keep them cool or to warm them up. We also now, on the top 2 models, have 2 USBs, and they are 2.5 amps, so that's fast charging for your phone, and you can also charge tablets and iPads, that sort of thing as well. And should you be charging your phone, rather than getting hot in your hand, you have a pocket here and here on the top 2 models where you can store that while it's charging. Absolutely lovely. Some really nice forward-thinking touches there for this vehicle. Anybody who fits a child seat in the back, we have actually changed the position of the back of the seat as well. It's an extra 2 degrees. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it actually makes a massive difference with a child seat. Instead of a child sort of falling asleep with its chin down, just those extra 2 degrees can help with the child's comfort in the back as well. Fabulous. Right, okay, so coming to the rear, what we have is basically this redesigned, it's like a coupe finish to the back of the car. Really sort of finishes the sporty look to this vehicle. So it looks a lot sleeker. So just to give you an idea of the dimensions, it's actually 20 millimetres, that's 4/5 of an inch lower at the roofline. But you've still got an extra 20 millimetres, or 4/5 of an inch, extra headroom inside. It's just under a centimetre wider than the current HRV and just under 2 inches longer. So in terms of its footprint, it's not that different, but the style is dramatically different. Okay, let's have a look here. So, we have keyless access. So I can open the boot. It's a power tailgate on the top 2 models by either touching the button here. I can use the button inside the car, or I could use the button here. But also, if you're being particularly lazy, or if you're hard working and actually carrying shopping towards it, you can. It is gesture driven. So you just do a quick hokey cokey underneath the back of the car, and the power tailgate rises for you. So you can put your stuff in there without putting it on a wet floor or anything like that. Okay, if you're like me, you don't learn your lessons very easily. And over the last 20 years in the motor industry, I have banged my forehead on so many parcel shelves I can't count anymore. But we have this new sort of innovation, this screen. It's a flexible screen that actually you won't be doing that anymore, and it keeps it out of the way. So when you are loading, you don't have to sort of manually sort of lift it out of the way. It's already there. It's nice and flexible, so if you do put an extra high load in there, it will flex over that as well. So that stays out of the way. If you want to get rid of it, if you are putting a dog in the back, for example, you can just unclip it from these 4 clips here. Okay, Another thing with the Magic seats, they don't just fold up and give you all that storage in the back. When you drop them, they are actually true flat boot floors at the back there. So if you are going, I don't know, to IKEA, or if you're going to the garden centre, whatever it is, it's so much easier to load and unload in this particular vehicle. Absolutely fabulous. Now, this power tailgate, of course, it's nothing new having those gesture-driven things. We've all seen people in the car park doing it. One of the things we're really proud of here at Honda, we have the walk-away close function. So you could close it immediately, but if you are packing up a load of things into a bag or a box, when you step away, you might not be able to see where to do the kick. What you can do is press this button, it goes green, put all your things together, and when you've got the key on you, when you walk away, it knows you've walked away and it closes for you. I think that's a really handy innovation. Lovely. Okay, now moving around to the side of the car. This is the really nice part of the car where you'll spend most of your time as the owner and driver. We have on the top two models, we have a heated steering wheel. We have the button for those heated wiper elements in the windscreen. We also have heated seats on the top two models. And we have hill descent control, which is really nice. So if you're going below 12 miles an hour, press that button, dab the brake, and it will keep you at that speed all the way down the hill. You don't have to be riding the brake. It makes going down steep hills much, much easier. Finally, we also have, if you're used to driving an automatic, if you'd like to come a bit closer with the camera there, you have your normal park, reverse, neutral drive. We also have what's called a B mode. Now that basically means, that with this car being a hybrid, you can actually put it into B mode, and when you lift off the throttle, it will create more resistance, putting more electricity, free electricity, into your battery. And I like that because that's money in my back pocket. Now, while we're talking about the hybrid aspects of the car, this car, when I drove from Halifax to Blackpool, only today, I got 56 mpgs. Okay, and that's on a hilly motorway coming out of West Yorkshire, over the tops and down again. On a flat motorway, you should be getting over 60 mpgs, but around Blackpool, you should easily be getting early 40s. So that makes this a really, really, truly efficient hybrid electric vehicle. Finally, I just want to say it's been a pleasure to walk you around this vehicle today. Of course, it's going to be much better if you came down today, later today, to see it in the flesh. If you want to actually book a test drive, please get in touch with these guys. They've got the car coming in the next few weeks. Put yourselves at the front of the queue. Be one of the first people in Blackpool to drive your new HRV. Thank you very much for joining us.